Well, it does not look like there's any triple DD, and sure enough, the Smolland's coming through for oh 07, running double Smolland. So that definitely does seem to be oh 07 has found value in that Smolland with the 007 pick, now the oh 07 pick. Really expect to see those some more. Are you in the game yet, Boggzy?
I sure am. 3 seconds remaining. You want to go ahead and give us a rundown of oh 07's lineup? Oh, sorry, I think you just did
Absolutely.
that. All
Well,
right.
kind of. Oh 07's running an Ohio Yamato. Yamato is potato quality, who is known for landing incredibly long shots to detonate Minotaurs with with respected individuals in them. The Ohio of William the Dank, moving over toward the seaside, probably looking to move in and be a hammer. I expected to be using some long-range shots, but ultimately coming in and swinging around like the brawler that the Ohio ultimately is. The double Smolland splitting out wide, nobody going for Bravo, although Maltese Knight's Petro might actually be trying to sidle up to one of those islands. They do have the triple Petro, a Goliath. Interesting choice. Maybe that's in place of a Salem. And they do have a Des Moines, which is going to chunk up somewhere. And yeehaw. How about on your side, Bogsy?
Yep, coming in from, it's going to be Peach, although there are lots of RDM members, so that's going to be difficult for us. Forgive us. So coming in for Peach here, we've got a combination of a Grozovoy, a Smolland, Petro, Moskva, Venezia, to Des Moines, Ohio, Yamato. So we definitely have some DPM cruisers here. We have the flanking cruiser in the side of the Venezia. We've got two powerful brawly destroyers in the Grozovoy and the Smolland. Very interested to see how a Groz goes up against a Smolland. I actually don't know who wins that gunfight, but I think the Groz does, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see how that goes exactly. The Moskva taking a very strong position here at B, being able to radar the entirety of it, although only having shots on A-cap. We'll see if that's we'll see if he has to back up and reposition as Graz, Des Moines, Ohio moving to the A-cap with Petro, Yamato, Venezia, Smolland going to C-cap. So over here at C-cap, we're going to see Smolland versus Smolland with two cruisers backing each one up. We'll see how the speed juking goes on that side. Yamato, Ohio are the two battleships.
Looks like Peach is committing double Des Moines over to the A side. I assume they're going to be trying to claim that 1-2 line and start wrapping, whereas oh 07 has a Des Moines and a Petro attempting to mirror it. Petro not going to be nearly as sneaky as the double Des Moines are. And also, the double Des Moines do have a smoke from the Grozovoy, whereas oh 07's Reformed Gamer does not have that smoke. Looks like B is going to be left as the dessert course, as the first, the starter and the whatever, A and C. We already have 5D's Smolland over at Timmy, poking in almost halfway through the cap as Noticer starting to angle to show his rear so that he can eventually back into the cap.
Absolutely. So obviously A being capped out by EK Fuso right now. Fusco, excuse me. We'll see if a radar comes in from Reformed Gamer, allowing Business 3 to take shots. Grozovoy very wisely diving behind that A. As we said, we're very likely going to see a staring contest as the Noticer in the Smolland taking a torpedo right out of the gate as he backs slowly in towards C to contest the cap against Timmy. I'm not pronouncing the rest of your name, Timmy. That's just where it's going to have to be. As the Moskva of Fuxiao already taking some heavy hits, about 10k, 11k down as potato quality, flexing in that Yamato. Is it a steel Yamato? It's not. For shame, PQ. For shame.
So the double Des Moines are, in fact, heading wide, not using the smoke from EK Fuso, who has all gotten so close to the small, and they're probably proxy spotting themselves as we speak. Both of them definitely locked into the staring contest for the long haul, although Luna's Des Moines going wide may actually start having shots as Fuke Zhao actually fires at Reform Gamer, but he's able to pull forward just enough to miss it. We do have some torps heading out toward that Moskva. Noticer, after taking the torp, not able to contest C, actually being driven off and shot at now as he's running away. We do have oh 07's Petro with Maltese Knight starting to reverse toward B, with 5D actually paying no attention toward Bravo. No ships looking at it at all at this stage of the game.
Torpedoes coming in, excuse me, onto Fuxiao, just barely taking a torpedo on the nose there from the Smolland of Reformed Gamer. Not a huge hit, but it is a hit nonetheless, taking one on the nose as, in fact, yes, the Noticer down to just about 2/3 health. The Smolland, of course, having a very powerful heal for a destroyer, able to get quite a bit of that back as Fuxiao now starts taking shots at Reformed Gamer. Sorry, am I Am I seeing? No, the Noticer and Reformed Gamer. I got them confused for a second here. So some shots, as you predicted, Oskant, the Des Moines, Luna Tatakai coming around the corner, now pinching the small end of Reformed Gamer between the Moskva of Fuxiao and the Des Moines of Luna Tatakai. I don't know if they're going to be able to get him here or what Reformed Gamer can even do in this position. This is very interesting as the Des Moines of Coconuts comes up here trying to wrap around, maybe to either catch the Grozovoy or try to maybe sideswipe the two Des Moines of Peach over here.
Well, Reform Gamer has figured out what he can do. He can run the hell away. Falling under Moskva fire as well as double Des Moines, he's lost over half his health. He's still continuing to push outside of the cap. Radar from Fuxiao is going to relight him so that the shelling can continue, trying to force him out, trying to get 5D, some kind of cap contest there. Torps coming through at the Des Moines. Looks like Luna's safe. Looks like Kawayo is able to stop before eating any torps. And sure enough, Reform Gamer is driven from the cap with only 4,000 health remaining. And yeah, over at
oh
C,
my goodness,
still being held. However, Maltese Knight able to secure the B cap. So currently 1-1 in caps, but A almost half completed by this point. Looks like it's going to become 2-1 pretty soon.
Absolutely, and Reformed Gamer being radared multiple times, taking a lot of damage down to 2,500 HP. He can heal up some of that, but that is that's a pretty decisive loss right there in the early to take that much damage. Excuse me, especially against this many radars, as death can come at any moment. For a thing like that. Ooh, big hit on Business 3. Petropavlos taking some concentrated crossfire. These Des Moines, you're absolutely right that these Des Moines of Peaches just really making their presence felt over here and pushing 07 out and away. The only thing preventing them from absolutely running wild all over the western side here is this Des Moines of Coconuts, who not really able to put any pressure. He's mainly there as a stopgap to ensure that 07 does not get wrapped. We'll see if Potato Quality's Yamato here can reposition himself away from these Des Moines, or if he just decides to slug it out with them. He can overmatch their noses. He can obliterate a Des Moines in short fashion if he is given the opportunity. Torps going out, though. Will he take... Well, will he take enough? No. Oh my goodness.
No. Torp's not online for him, but the Torps are online for Forum Gamer. He dodges one, takes another one. That is the end of him. He able to get off some Torps just before he goes down, but that's going to reduce the destroyer pressure off of the A cap and almost assuredly secure it. Question then is EK Fuso start moving toward Bravo and start looking toward maybe torping Maltese Knight or attempting to make that cap happen. Over at Charlie, the small end of the Noticer was able to at least cock block the contest for a little while, but has aborted in favor of Pulleycat's Petropavlovsk, rolling up, taking a nice hardened position on that rock with nobody able to see him from any decent directions. One other thing to notice about Potato Quality as he continues to get shelled by Des Moines, the Yamato from 2 Reel has actually able to slip some shells right over the side of that mountain and into Potato Quality, chunking him heavily. He is pinched in that position. It is rough. Cocknuts, starting to make a desperate play here, actually just saying, F it, I'm gonna broadside, I gotta make something happen. He's pushing around the island. Luna is low, Kawayo at half. Here's the surprise.
Surprise butt sex coming in from Coconuts. Down goes Kawayo, showing a lot of side to Coconuts. Absolutely coming through with the, I want to say, the Chad move around the corner here, pushing the Des Moines of Luna out as Potato Quality's Yamato goes down. It is now 2 ships down to 1 in favor of Peach at this moment. However, the Des Moines of Luna Tatakai looking to go down shortly here as the Ohio of Yours to Discover now taking on Coconuts directly. Those are 18-inch guns versus a 27mm nose, and it is not going to go well for Coconuts. The question is, will he actually get a second Des Moines out of this trade? Will the Petropavlovsk of Business be able to finish off Luna, making it a somewhat decent trade? Down goes Luna, yes. So how long can Coconuts hold up against an Ohio is the name of this game right here.
Cocknuts thinking he's stuck on Hoth, trying to dig into the body of a Tauntaun that he just killed, but unfortunately it did not save him. The heat was not there, and the Ohio continues to pull through. As the Tauntaun sinks away into the snow, Cocknuts is left to fend for himself as more and more shells come in, popping 2,000 health. Pretty soon going down. I'm pretty sure that Ohio's got more shells coming his way in approximately 5 to 10 seconds. getting some Hail Mary shells out as hell. He just shows the broadside because screw it, let's get the back gun in play. Down he goes. A has now firmly secured. However, one hell of a brawl going on. The Business Three's
Wow.
Petro just bailing out completely, and the Grozovoy already moving towards B, having seen that A was quite decided. Real question is, how is C going to play out? C definitely cock blocked both caps 1-to-1, seeing that Charlie right now is cock blocked. Seeing if something can happen at Charlie as 07 does not have the ship lead.
It's true. 07 down 3 ships to 2 in terms of losses here. I think it's worth pointing out as these guys start to reposition themselves here. I'm just getting lots of people in chat telling me that I should be pronouncing it cocknuts. So you win. It's cocknuts from now on. So let's just take a look here real quick as repositioning happens. It is a 280,000 HP for Peaches and only 270 for 07. 07 still fielding a lot of HP, not out of this one bit here. Very, very skilled players coming in from 07. We'll see how they react to the loss of A and this Ohio that is now attempting to push. The Ohio broadside, though, to the Petropavlovsk of Maltese Knight, and Maltese Knight making him making him feel that hurt as these Petropavlovsk AP rounds very, very strong into the side of an Ohio. Radar coming out. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it looks like Yours to Discover got a little antsy there, feeling like, oh yeah, we won the side, I'm moving up, I'm taking places, only to find, oh, that's a lot of shells.
Yep.
Oh, this hurts. And already starting to reverse, unable to catch some island cover just yet. Screw it, firing, keeping himself lit even further. Meanwhile, EK Fusco has almost completely capped Bravo. I do believe the radar came out, but nobody able to contest. Everybody trying to focus the Ohio while he's down to 16k, burning but healing. Huge hit on the Petropavlovsk of Pulleycat as he is leaving the C cap, just finding himself unwanting, doesn't want to be wrapped, so he's starting to bail and taking some serious damage. The Yamato, however, gets clipped by some torps and taken off the map by Pulleycat in that advanced position.
Wow, okay, so big development there. The Yamato, it is now an HP lead for 07, as now 4 ships down to 3. 07 takes the lead, more HP on the board, more ships. The positioning is still up in the air. The Ohio has gone down, which means A is now no man's land. The only thing stopping business from taking over A is the the Moskva of Fuxiao. So we'll see if William the Dank can live through this little hidey hole that he is in at the moment as he rains secondary hits. Again, another secondary Ohio. Very interesting to see as he takes a chunk here from the Venezia. Oh, just barely getting grazed by it. I have yet to see exactly what the Goliath has been able to do coming in from MF Jones over here on the east side, other than sort of act as a DPM and fire starting cruiser on the flank to prevent the Venezia from getting around. So very, very interesting as 07 sort of takes the lead here, but the point gain is still in the advantage of Peach.
Yeah, whether that Goliath has done serious amount of fires or other things, he's definitely been a bullet sponge, already down to 38k, and we know he's got amazing healing, which means we know he's taken a lot more than just the damage that we're seeing on him right now. Big hit on the small end, and the Noticer pulling back. The Ohio of William the Dank at 30,000 health, which is a pretty comfortable amount, but kind of pinched, kind of using island cover. Not exactly sure where he's going to be moving. However, Maltese Knight backing into Bravo. Grozovoy not in a position to contest. Real question here is Fuxiao now is going to be looking at the business end of Business 3 as he's moving up to start taking A. Question is, will he be able to see enough broadside to make something happen? I do believe Fuxiao's position is now redundant, short of maybe being able to at least slow Business 3's push. Not able to contribute to the fight right now other than to be a piece on the board.
6 minutes remaining in this first match between 07 and Peach. It looks as though 07 with the HP and ship advantage. However, they are down on caps. Maltese Knight trying to nose into B to stop that point bleed. As 6 minutes remaining, it is a 750 Gosh, sorry, I'm trying to make sense of this here. 688 points to 570. Peach's lead as the Petro of Business 3 about to step on. However, shots coming in from the Moskva of Fuxiao. Will it
And their
catch?
HE.
Oh no, HE. I don't know quite what he was thinking he was going to see, but maybe missing a critical opportunity to put AP shells into the side of a Petropavlovsk. Business 3 not turning away, trying desperately to get into that cap and stop the point bleed. He is dark, though. I think if I check, yes, he can no longer be seen by the Moskva of Fuxiao. We'll see if a radar comes in, but I don't know that it's ready yet.
The real question is, how does Peach dislodge Pulleycat? How does that happen? Do they bait a radar somehow? Does the Venezia just suicide for it? If they're able to dislodge Charlie, everything comes into play. The point lead gets crazy. The question is, how can they make that trade? Right now, still standing there in a staring contest, nobody really know how to move forward, as 07 has now moved in to claim Bravo and shortly claim Alpha, thus putting it in Peach's court. What are you going to do?
I think the only real way to dislodge Pulleycat at this point, and I don't quite know why this hasn't happened yet, is for the small end of Timmy from Peach to basically swing out wide to the 10 line and start dumping torpedoes onto Pulleycat, as Pulleycat takes a huge hit from the Petropavlovsk of Rice Jar, as Fuxiao in the Moskva takes a huge hit from the Petro of Business, that very, very stealthy destroyer. Good lord. And down goes Pulleycat, but will the Petropavlovsk of Rice Jar be able to survive the combined fire of MF Jones, the Noticer, and William the Dank? No, he will be going down shortly here as the Moskva of Fuxiao starts dueling with the Petro of Business. Oh my goodness, very exciting stuff here.
Piece for a piece removed from the board, Petro for a Petro, but that unlocks the Charlie cap. That small end of Noticer not in play to retake. The Goliath of MF Jones not in play to retake. The Grozovoy able to resecure Bravo. EK Fusco able to make that happen. Still, Peach with the point lead and soon to be with the cap lead. Now, Peach having retaken looks right back at 07 and say, what are you going to do?
Wow, well, what are they going to do? Business in the Petro, he's got about 3.5 minutes to see if he can come up around the northern side of the Western Islands to try to basically decide to get side shots into the Moskva of Fuxiao. At any point, if Fuxiao moves forward, Business will open up on him. It could be coming in here shortly. Business, maybe, there he goes. Here comes the shots out on Fuxiao's Moskva. Fuxiao very, very wisely reversing to try and narrow his profile to Business. I don't actually know in an HE heads-up contest who wins between a Moskva and a Petro. I think the Moskva might being a little bit better armored and the Petro not having good AP, or excuse me, HE shells. It's very interesting to see a little bit of fire being traded here in the center towards Maltese Knight, getting reset by, I think it's the Graz. Yes, the Graz of EK Fusco, not being a very aggressive DD player in this matchup. Kind of unusual, as we've seen him do in the past, as now, I keep wanting to say Ardia, but Peach now trying to essentially put pressure on the one thing they can, which is Maltese's Petro in the center in B to keep him out. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. The point lead is still in favor of Peaches, although a single battleship kill would swing it. No battleships left. What am I talking about? Back to you, Oskans.
William the Dank, who's on a battleship, rar.
Oh, there we go.
So okay. Pull out from between two islands and start actually pushing C with Noticer as well as MF Jones aggressively looking for the last stronghold of Peach's cap contest. They are able to continue resetting Maltese Knight. Fuxo taking the brawl to the Petro and actually coming out with a health lead at the moment. Business actually had the higher amount of health. That hit actually mattered quite a bit, but perhaps the heal or the armor scheme of Fuxiao able to at least stand the test of time. If they can continue getting Maltese reset, the real question is, how do they stop this push into C? That's a lot of health, that's a lot of metal, and frankly, it's just more guns.
Down goes Fuxiao's Moskva. Yeah, so what to notice here is that Business 3 very, very wisely relying on the extended penetration angles of the Petro's guns using AP, just catching the cheek of that Moskva, penetrating it for full damage, and taking down the Moskva. There is no longer an anchor at B. 07 stepping on the third cap. They have the point advantage, they have the health advantage, and now the cap advantage with just 1 minute remaining. Very exciting, as it looks like 07, towards the very last second here, has actually come back from an actual deficit that they had. Looks very strong, unless something goes wrong and William the Dank goes down. That might be a big enough point differential. As Torp's coming in on William the Dank, will they connect? I don't think they will.
Big resets continuing on Maltese Knight. However, C has fallen, and now 2 caps to 0 with the contested B cap. Business basically taking Fucho to the discussion table and laying down the smack, closing the deal, and now finalizing as he moves further onto this cross. I believe his radar will be up any moment now, allowing him to surprise motherfucker AFK while he hides in smoke trying to get the resets. We just saw a radar coming out from Maltese Knight. Business 3 now seeing him. Shots coming in. The timer ticking. 7:20 to 8:28.
5 seconds
like 07
remaining.
is going to take it.
Certainly is. Down goes the Venezia right here at the end. 07 coming away with the win in spectacular fashion, as they just wanted it, I guess. Very exciting. Congratulations to 07 for taking the first match in in this round of 07 versus Peach. Wow.